You know, when I became the president of the HOA, I thought, how hard could this really be? You have some meetings, you make some decisions, you try to keep the building running. Well, I found out pretty quickly that there's a lot more to it than that. Because when you're the president of the HOA, whenever something goes wrong, somehow everybody knows who to come looking for. And everybody wants their problems fixed right now. I want my washer and dryer, heat the pool. When are the elections again? I need more parking. Please fix my pipes.
Bruce, put or something. My air conditioning isn't working.
Bruce, the call box is not working.
Bruce, the elevator isn't working. Oh. Bruce, the plumbing isn't working.
Right. Isn't working.
The elevator is broken again.
Okay, obviously I'm having a little fun with that. But I'm telling you, sometimes that's what it feels like. Something happens with the air conditioning. You hear about it. The call box isn't working. You hear about it. The elevator isn't working. Believe me, you're going to hear about it. And here's the thing. I'm the HOA president. I'm not the air conditioner repairman. And I'm not the plumber. I'm not the elevator repairman. I'm not the property manager. But when something goes wrong, everybody expects you to know what's happening and when it's going to be fixed. Here's another problem. You can't make everybody happy. We all know that. You make one decision and somebody likes it. Somebody else hates it. Somebody wants the pool heated. Somebody else says we're spending too much money. Somebody wants more parking. Somebody wants a washer and dryer. Somebody doesn't like one of the rules. And everybody thinks their problem should be the most important problem. And you're sitting there thinking, how am I supposed to make everybody happy? You can't. And when something breaks in the condominium building, it's not always as simple as calling somebody and having it fixed in 5 minutes. You have management, you have vendors, you have contractors. Sometimes you need estimates. Sometimes you have to wait for somebody to come out. Sometimes you're trying to get your answers yourself. But the homeowner doesn't see all that. And actually, the renters don't see it either. They're part of it too. Their problem isn't fixed. And guess who they come looking for? Moi, the HOA president. And another thing I learned, that being a HOA president doesn't necessarily stop when the meeting is over. I live here too. I'm walking around the building. I'm trying to go about my day, and somebody has a question. Somebody has a complaint. Something isn't working. Something needs to be fixed. And sometimes I'm thinking, I'm trying to live here too. I'm a homeowner, just like everybody else. I'm not sitting in the HOA office 8 hours a day waiting for the next complaint. And I don't get paid for this, by the way. But there's a serious side to all this. When you're a president, you do have responsibility. You're dealing with people's homes, you're dealing with the building, you're dealing with the money, and you're dealing with the repairs and expenses. And sometimes you have to make decisions where there isn't a perfect answer. That's something I really didn't understand before I became the president. There's a lot that happens behind the scene that homeowners don't necessarily see. Also, the renters don't necessarily see it either. And I understand that now because I've been on both sides of it. Now you're asking me, do I regret doing it? No, I don't regret doing it. I learned a lot. I learned how HOA actually works. I learned how difficult it can be trying to make decisions for an entire building. But here's the big question. Would I ever do this job again? Hell no. I could never do this again. It's just too much work on me. I've done it, I experienced it, I learned from it, but I don't want to do it again. Never again. And if somebody ever comes up to me again and says, hey, would you like to be the president of the HOA? I already know my answer. As I said before, hell no. Find somebody else. Sometimes you just have to get on your motorcycle and ride away. Thanks for watching The Shadow Besides Me. And if you've ever been on the HOA board, or if you had experience dealing with an HOA, tell me about it in the comments, because I really like to know. Am I the only one who feels this way? And also, please give me a like if you like this video, and hey, subscribe. Take care.
Bruce!